over. This is a new year. But how did it feel last year to hoist that NCAC trophy in front of a packed house and then make it to the NCAA tournament?
Well, for us personally, for our class, it was awesome because the year before we struggled a little bit. So it was we came back and we did really well. So it was really exciting for us to follow up a not so great year with an awesome one. And so hopefully we can do it again this year.
For me, it was huge, and I think it was for the whole team. First time in Allegheny history, and to see all the fan support come out and other teams and even just family, it was so great to be congratulated on the field and have that celebration, and it's something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. So I think that was probably one of the proudest moments of my life, and I think anybody on that team or participating that day can say the same.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. We spent 2 years working really hard trying to get to that point. To be there was just great. Really proud of everyone that worked on that team, and we're excited to try to carry that forward this year.
You lost kind of a big group of seniors from last year, but you have a lot of talent coming back. What does it mean for the returnees to experience that kind of winning last season? What does that help them bring to the table this year?
Yeah, it brings a lot of expectations. We know how it felt to be there, and we want that again for the new players. They got to watch us do it, and they're excited to try to help and join.
You guys were picked to repeat as champions of the NCAC from the preseason coaches poll. Do you feel any pressure coming into camp, or do you kind of shrug it off a little bit, or how's the team treating that?
No, I mean, not really. We try to ignore that. That's really based off of last year's team. We have a whole new team now, 10 freshmen. So, I mean, that really doesn't mean anything.
Well, we definitely are very honored by it, but at the same time, we're trying not to think about it too much because we don't want to psych ourselves out too early. We definitely need to take it one game at a time. We still haven't even played our first game yet, so we're definitely excited about it, but also trying to keep it kind of like we're not letting our heads get too big about it.
Definitely. I think it comes with a lot of pressure, and we just got to keep grounded and keep working and not let that get to our heads and not think that we're too big for it or that we're just going to come dominate the conference. We got to take it game by game, step by step. Even in non-conference here, we got to prove our spot again, and it's going to take some time, and we're a whole new team this year, so we got a lot of work to do.
But what did it mean for the returnees like yourselves, the sophomores this year, the juniors this year, to experience a big winning season like last year? What does that help them bring to the table this year?
I think, again, expectations. We came in with the big expectations for this big freshman class that we have 10 new girls coming onto the team that weren't here last year, and it's kind of hard to get them adapted to the team we were last year, and we're having expectations for them even with losing some of our seniors. So I think it's getting everybody on the same page with what we're all about and what we want to see out of this season.
Yeah, I agree. I think the thing that the upperclassmen know is how we did last year and what it took to get where we are. So I think that the returning sophomores, juniors in our class can lead them through that. But we also have to remember that there are 10 new girls, and we lost the 5 from last year. So we have to kind of look at it through a different light, but we're still trying to motivate everyone to get to that point again.
Well, classes have started, camp has ended. You guys have a scrimmage under your belt, a week and a half of some really hard practices before this weekend's opening tournament in Rochester. Are you guys satisfied with where the team is now? Do you guys think you're ready for the schedule, and how's the preseason gone?
I think that we are pretty satisfied right now. I think we have the personnel to do really, really well this year.
Yeah, I hate to use the word satisfied because I think there's always so much room for improvement, and even since day one of camp to where we are now, a week later, we've improved a lot. So I think it's cool to see that and see how much room we have to grow. And I'm really excited for this weekend to get out there in a real competition and to see even this week how far we can come.
We start off with a tough schedule in Rochester, then a demanding non-conference schedule before we really get into the NCAC play starting at the end of September. Very tough conference, game in and game out. Last year you guys did pretty well in the regular season, 5-1-2 in the conference, before you swept through the conference playoffs. What are some of your expectations, predictions going into the conference schedule this year?
I mean, my biggest expectation is we went undefeated on this field last year, and I'd like to keep that going. But I think just coming out every game and treating it like it's the only game we're playing and just win.